I hear you running for office.
Congress.
Former cokehead to a congresswoman.
You knew about that?
Joe Deckelmeyer, Screen Rant. Nina, what's going on? How are you?
Hi, Joe. I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yo, this movie is so much fun. I love that we blend a comedy and a murder mystery. I think that is the perfect combination for a good time. And also mixing it in there with the high school reunion. Now, tell us a little bit about your character, Amanda, and who she is in high school and then who she is at the reunion.
Okay, so Amanda in high school is a bit of a party girl. She's a fun time. She's got a lot of ambitions and she's very one-track minded, selfish. As an adult, she's also selfish and sort of self-centered and goal-oriented and has a lot of high aspirations to become a congresswoman, and as a result has all the typical political tropes, which are that she's very standoffish and serious and will kind of do anything to succeed. And she has walls up that are really thick and impenetrable, and hard to relate to her in a lot of ways until you start to peel back the layers and start to realize that she is pretty flawed and has a lot of dark secrets that she's trying to hide from the world.
Yes, she does. Now, you guys have such an incredible cast in this, such a diverse cast. Lil Rel, Billy, Julian Bell, Jamie Chung. You guys are absolutely amazing. Can you talk about working with that incredible cast and how you guys kind of crafted your chemistry off camera as well?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of the reason I wanted to do the movie. I was one of the last cast members to round up the whole cast. And so everyone else was set at that point. And so I had the pleasure of just looking at the offer when I got it and seeing all of their names and immediately just knowing that I will read the script, but probably don't need to, because if they're signed on, then it's probably good. And I was right. I really enjoyed the character, but also the dynamic between all the different characters and the fact that they all had a motive for the murder. And so it kept the audience guessing, like, who could it possibly be? And so, we bonded pretty quickly. We're all pretty similar and like-minded, and we did make an effort to hang out offset. We had a big dinner and went out one night so that we could kind of build that chemistry and make sure that it feels like we've been friends or that we had in history, I suppose.
Absolutely. Now, with Knives Out, Only Murders in the Building, The After Party, and Poker Face, we're seeing the murder mystery genre kind of make a resurgence back in pop culture. Why do you think people connect so deeply with the murder mystery genre? Even like things like The Jinx or Dateline. What is it about some of these murder mysteries that people connect with?
I mean, I am a full-blown murder mystery fanatic, especially when it comes to true crime. The Jinx is, I just binged that whole season and so many other shows that have come out. I don't know what it is. I feel like it just feels so scary and real, and it actually happens. And I guess maybe if I had to really psychoanalyze it, it's probably like a fascination to want to understand the murderer's mind, so that if we're ever in the scenario, we know how to act or what to do and sort of save ourselves instead of being the victim, to know how to confront a killer. I don't know. Because a lot of people, everyone's like, why do you like this? Why are you watching these scary, terrifying true crime things right before you go to bed? And I'm like, I don't know. I just can't get enough of it. But yeah, I also feel like Knives Out really paved the path to bring the genre back, which was really cool. And they did a really good job of it. I'm a fan. I thought that the first one especially was my favorite. And so, yeah, getting to do something similar to it, but a little bit broader was really exciting.
Yeah, I love that you guys put your own spin on the murder mystery, especially, bringing it to a high school reunion and in not the Arctic, but in the cold out there. Now, Chris did a fantastic job of really balancing the mystery side of this, but also the comedy side of this. Can you talk about working with Chris on this film and what his directing style added to the reunion? Yeah,
I mean, the script really lent itself to that as well. And Chris really he was the leader of the pack, as you will. And I have to give him kudos because we shot this movie in like 3.5, 4 weeks, probably 3.5. It was really, really quick shoot. And, indie filmmaking, as you know, it doesn't feel like an indie movie, which is so surprised. Like we were all very surprised. The production value looks bigger than the budget we had. But we were pleasantly surprised with how it turned out. I'm really happy that it feels bigger than it was. Yeah.
Now, I love this era that the high school kind of, that you guys all kind of graduated from, because it's right around the same time that I graduated from. So with high school, when you hear a specific song, what was the jam that you had on repeat during your high school years?
I feel like that song, like, I don't care, I love it. Like that was coming out right around when I was in high school. The OC was the TV show that was on when I was in high school. So whatever that song, like California. Yeah, that one was like a big song. Trying to think, Black Eyed Peas were really big back then. I don't know.
Those were some great jams.
Elliott. Yeah.
Now, yeah. I also love that during high school, we always have the, like, who would be this? Who would be that? So I'm going to ask you about your cast members. Who would be the most helpful in an escape room?
Jillian Bell.
Everybody voted you so far.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, they're not wrong. I am really good. I love escape rooms. So I didn't know I could vote for myself. So yeah, me. But Jillian Bell, like if I had to be stuck in an escape room with someone, I would choose Jillian.
Well, all right. So who would be the least helpful in an escape room?
Chase Crawford. Because he's just like all jokes and I love him to death, but I feel like he would just be just like messing around. He wouldn't be like he wouldn't take it as seriously as I would.
Now, who would be most likely to have you break on set of just pure laughter?
Jillian Bell.
Yeah, she's quite phenomenal. It's a
tie between Jillian and Rel, probably.
Absolutely. Now, Jillian has this great moment where she kind of gives a monologue about her returning there, and she phones herself, talking to herself, and tells herself that everything worked out, her plan worked out. If you could go back in time and tell your high school version anything on a phone call, what would you tell your high school version?
I would probably tell her to just be patient and enjoy the moments because they are fleeting, and to slow down.
Incredible. Now, the last question I have for you is, this film comes out on digital on June 28th, so anyone could buy it. What I like doing is I like doing a double feature, pairing movies together to kind of have like a movie night. So when this film hits on June 28th, what would you pair the reunion with for a double feature?
Oh my goodness. I feel like I would pair it with Hitman. Yeah, I would watch Reunion and then I would watch Hitman because it's like similar kind of like comedic thriller. I mean, they're different, obviously, but I think it'd be fun. And obviously, Glenn Powell's so fantastic in that movie. Yeah,
another blended genre film. I think that's a great choice. Look, Nina, thank you so much for your time. You are incredible. Thank you. Amazing job.
Yeah, pleasure. Come on, people. What's the plan?
We should say how we feel. Be honest.
That's not